Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Barakahak Wadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure unto the end. This is the brother Ra'aya coming at you with another lesson, and I'm going to start it off with Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 12, verses 3 to 4. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And those keepers of the house are talking about, these different economists, these people on Wall Street, these people that are in the know when it comes to, finances and stuff like that. Because when you go into the etymology of the word economy, it literally means housekeeping. And as it said, they shall tremble. And you're seeing a lot of people trembling right now over these different countries, dropping U.S. Treasury bonds, the reserve value status of the U.S. dollar declining, the prices of gold and silver going up, all these different indicators to show you that the U.S. economy is not in good shape. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And those grinders are talking about workers. A saying amongst Jake when he's on the job or getting money is what? I'm on the grind. And as it said, they are few. Why would they be few? Less jobs out here for people to work. And where it says they that look out of the windows be darkened, people, looking out to try to find another job or, just the economic situation out here. And it's dark, it's dim, it's bleak. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Business is going out when the sound of the grinding or working is low. These mom and pop type businesses, pretty much, a lot of businesses outside of these major corporations, which even you've got a lot of major corporations now starting to lay off thousands to tens of thousands of workers. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. People rising up early to find a job. But, hey, those that look out of the windows be darkened, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. The music just being complete garbage out here. What did you just have with this past Super Bowl? You had Kid Rock at the TPUSA halftime show, and you had Bad Bunny at the real Super Bowl. Just a complete joke out here. But I opened up the video with these verses to preface this video, from the Hopeful Elect 3's YouTube channel titled, More People Are Struggling in the Job Market, to show you that Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verses 3 to 4 is taking place right before your very eyes. And this is just going to be a compilation of Americans all over social media complaining about not being able to find a job out here. And, to you people that are listening to this lesson, I'm sure you can relate to a similar situation. Either you're looking for a job, or the job you have isn't paying enough. It's just dire circumstances out here. And it's going to continue to get worse because the goal of the elites, the true rulers of this country, not their puppet Neo 47, is to have a liquidation sale on the U.S. and its economy so that they can bring in that new system, that great RESET, where they want everybody to have a micro C-hip implant in their hand or in their foreheads, which is the mark of the BEAST in Revelation 13, verses 16 to 18. But without further ado, let's get into it. And this is a fair use copyright disclaimer. I do not own any of the footage in this clip, nor do I stand to gain from it monetarily. It is simply for educational purposes.
Can somebody please tell me when the job market got this bad? Because what do you mean? I've applied to over 1,000 jobs and have yet to hear back from any of them. And it's gotten so bad that look what he started doing. So he uploads his resume, this app shows him jobs, and if he likes the job, he swipes right, and AI literally applies on the company website for him.
After applying for over 300
Hey, when they shall rise up at the sound of the bird, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. As you just heard that Edomite lady say, I've applied for several jobs, still haven't gotten a call back. And, even her man, hey, he's using AI, still no, prospects.
24 jobs, getting 11 interviews and 0 job acceptance letters back. I'm convinced I'm going to be homeless in a year. And the worst part is I am over $120,000 in debt because society says you're supposed to get a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Well, I got both, and I have fucking nothing. Do you know how
You got both, and you got played.
embarrassing it is to go back to the same job you used to work at in high school 6 years later in life? It's embarrassing. The same manager, the same 40 and 50-year-olds that used to work there are still there, and now I'm fucking going back. Please tell me, what are you doing to make money?
And as you heard, he said, I got a bachelor's and a master's, and still nothing. This is Isaiah chapter 19. I'll read verses 14 to 15. And when you read this chapter, it's talking about Egypt, but it's talking about spiritual Egypt as pursuant to Revelation 11, verse 8, the United States of America. Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt, America, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And especially with Nero 47's administration, it's just like every move they make further isolates the United States of America on the world stage and, messes up things within the country. This whole situation with Greenland and now Alberta, Canada, Venezuela, all these threats have, America's Western European allies starting to look to other countries for economic and, military protections. And look at inside the country, these tariffs are actually, being passed on as a tax to the U.S. consumer. So you got U.S. Citizens already tapped out, working 2 to 3 jobs just to make their dollar stretch. And on top of that, the prices, just continue to rise as the dollar's value continues to decrease. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head, white collar jobs, or tail, blue collar jobs, branch or rush may do. And as that Moabite looking guy just said, I've got a bachelor and a master's, positions that would get you a job in the head. But I got to go back to work in a fast food job. I worked back in, when I was in high school, a tail job. And even then, as we're seeing, just all across the board, there aren't jobs for people out here. The sound of the grinding being low. And then going back to the head, I believe it was Amazon that just dropped, I think, 30,000 employees. And a lot of those were the more corporate white collar jobs. And then you've got UPS dropping off tens of thousands of workers in the white collar as well as the blue collar, warehouse driver positions. Head or tail, branch or rush may do.
In this economy, what side hustles, what jobs are you applying for? What are you doing to scrape by? Because the only reason I'm able to even pay my rent each month is because of the ClaimWise app. Your boy needs some help.
I just got a rejection after a really good final interview, and I think I might be done applying for jobs now. I just can't believe I even let myself be excited about this opportunity. It is just so hard to be excited and be hopeful for a job opportunity, just to keep on getting rejected over and over and over and over again. I literally don't think I can do this anymore. Honestly, the last thing I want to hear is people telling me there's something better for me out there, because how long is it gonna take?
In 2020.
And there is nothing better coming for you U.S. citizens out here, especially you women. As with everything, when a society collapses, those that feel it the most are women and children, the vulnerable. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is taking down the pride of you westernized women, especially you women of the tribes, your so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women, but especially, that so-called black woman. And as we continue in this video, you'll see it's going to be a lot of women complaining about the dire economic straits. This is Isaiah chapter 32. I'm going to start at verse 9. And, we're speaking to you Israelite women out here because you're the only ones that have a chance, of repentance and salvation. But, as there are more women than men, the majority of the 2/3 in America that are going to get cut off in judgment are going to be you women. That's very easy to see why. Rise up, you women that are at ease, which till recently, a lot of you women, especially in that, millennial age range, have been at ease. All these different government benefits, all these lucrative job opportunities, all these simps and, duck ass niggas out here, that you've been able to play like a fiddle. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. And hey, you're in these times right now, and it's only going to intensify. As that she looked like an Elamite, so-called East Indian woman. She said, I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, oh, something better's coming down the pipeline. Well, as we can see in prophecy, that's not the case. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. These government benefits, these DEI programs, these job opportunities. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. To you Israelite women, you should be in a state of mourning and humbling yourselves right now and trying to find a man of the Lord to cleave unto. But hey, a lot of you are going to go down with this sinking ship that is America. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, the good times, which, as we're clearly seeing, hey, the good times are over. When they look out of the windows, it shall be darkened.
26, you have a higher chance of solving world hunger, finding the One Piece, and finding your long-lost dad who went to get the milk than you do of finding a job. Like, it don't matter how much resumes, how much applications you send in, you aren't getting hired, buddy. Like, I'm starting to think LinkedIn and Indeed are fake apps, because you can submit 3,000 resumes and not get a single call back. Like, it don't matter if you submit your resume in person, online, use AI, lie on your resume, you're not getting the job. I got a friend who's been looking for a job for 3 years. He said he's dead about to crash out and use Kalshi and put all his bread on this football game. He said if he loses, he loses. He doesn't care. Send this to somebody who's unemployed or has a job.
It just wasted my motherfucking time, bro. Like, what was the fucking point of inviting me to a fucking interview if I got a fucking second? Do y'all get commission off the shit? I just woke up early for what? For what?
And they that rise up at the voice of the bird.
You need people or not? I'm cheesing it, saying all the right thing, you highlighting and dividing. What the fuck else do you need from me, bitch? I said I need a job, ho. Damn, why you want the job? Bitch, bills. Bills. Rent. Light bill. What do you mean, why? Why you want to leave your other job? Bitch, because I'm tired. Bitch, you know what? I got one more motherfucking interview.
And, on a quick side note, with you women complaining about work out here, hey, a lot of y'all should start doing your jaw exercises because, hey, there's still some things you can do to make some change out here. Something a little strange for some change.
That nigga say some shit. He gonna top it off. He gonna put the cherry.
But even that's gonna dry up.
What the fucking top, nigga? I swear to God. Oh, I'ma say, bitch, can I work today? If you say no, I'ma slap the shit out of him. I swear to God. I swear to God. Ah!
So I have yet again got rejected from a job that I had 3 or 4 interviews. I don't know what's going on. At this point, it's getting exhausting. I know for a fact that I'm overly qualified for these positions, and I'm getting rejected. What is going on? What is going on in this job market, man? What is going on? You know I'm gonna start doing these applications? When they start saying black, white, they start naming down the ethnicities, I'm gonna just say white. I'm gonna say everything but black. At this point, saying black ain't it.
I'm unemployed. I can't get a job. God won't let me work. I haven't had a job in 9 months. I posted a post about this literally yesterday, and so many of you have commented on here. Sorry, I look like a ghost in this lighting. Apparently, so many of us are going through this situation right now. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm worried about the bills, I'm about to lose my house in 2 months if I don't find more money, more income. My bank account is dwindling down. I'm scared I'm gonna lose my car. I told you guys, hell, I even applied at the boba shop and still couldn't get an interview. Today I said I'm gonna make a change. Well, actually, it was last night when I was laying in bed. Starting now, I'm going to use all this extra time that I have to do something to glorify God. I'm going to start ministry. I'm going to start discipling. I don't know what it is. I don't even know the right terms, but I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to take it seriously like it's a job. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to study it. I'm going to structure it. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't know what it looks like. I have no clue, but that's what I decided last night. I'm ready to have a job.
Hey, she looks like a Edomite or a so-called white woman, but hey, you never know. But I'll say this, she talking about Jesus and God and all that bullshit. But what she kind of saying is slick side in the spirit. Going back to that Isaiah 32, gird yourself with sackcloth and, being that repenting, mournful spirit.
Again, I'm ready to learn something. I'm ready to get back in this force, but that's not what it looks like for me right now. So instead of laying on my couch all day long, feeling depressed, feeling sorry for myself, I'm going to put all of this energy into work, all this time that I've been blessed with, all of this freedom that I have been blessed with, and I'm going to make something work for the kingdom. I don't know what that looks like, but I know somebody who does. And so I'm hoping he's going to give me the steps and walk me through it.
When I tell y'all I've applied to over 100 jobs on Indeed and LinkedIn alone within the past 4 months, and I still haven't heard anything back from any of these jobs. Like, I don't understand how hard it is to hire somebody, especially when people claim that people don't want to work, but there's actually people out here that are looking for jobs. So I've literally applied to jobs here in Texas, all of the cities, Austin, Houston, Dallas. I've applied to jobs in Chicago, Atlanta, Charlotte, some in California, literally anywhere that there's a job for my degree, which is I have my associates in accounting. I've literally applied to everything and still nothing. Why is it so hard?
All I have in my inbox is rejection letters. I'm so tired. I'm literally so tired because I'm like, anybody else actually getting a job? Let me know. Because usually in my comments, it's other people being like, I just got laid off. I've been laid off for a year or more.
Rise up, the Israelite women that are at ease.
I'm down bad. I don't know. It's just all I feel like I'm getting my ass whooped hard. Literally, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep applying. And I'm so grateful for the temporary job I do have. But I'm running out of steam. For real.
Just like that. Close it out in Isaiah 24. I'm going to start at verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And all we saw in that clip was people sighing and crying out here. The mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. And, down here we got Folly Gras, Mardi Gras taking place. And, it's, a brother on one of our comment sections on a video the other week, made a good point. This is one of the shortest Mardi Gras and, in a long time. Hey, the Lord's cutting off all the folly and the bullshit because we're coming into Jacob's trouble. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Instead of drinking and doing drugs to celebrate a job promotion or a good time, people are doing these things to drown out the misery of their reality. The city of confusion, which another name for America in the scriptures is Babylon the Great, and Babal in the Hebrew is confusion by mixing. So the city of confusion of America is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. The grinders ceasing because the work is low. The doors, businesses being shut up, laying off people. There's a crying for wine in the streets. Answers to what's going on. What can we do to make things better? All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the only answer you're going to get is from the prophets, chiefly of GMS or Great Millstone. And the message we have is doom and gloom, lamentations, mournings, and woes for you people, you Israelites that still want to be a part of this world. But to those of the hopeful elect, hey, we got greener pastures coming our way. Abaratazam of that number. We got to go through dark times, but the kingdom comes next. So just hold on. But that's it with this video. With this video, I hope you sincere, Akim and Akwath were edified, And I'm going to say Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala, and until next time.